Watts on the Wheaties box. I mean, what else can you expect? Mark, that's what them boys do. When your last name Watt and you just got Defensive Player of the Year, and then you just signed another $100-something million contract, and after that, you just damn near lead the league in sacks. You get opportunities to get on the Wheaties box. So,
Yeah.
big shout out to the Watts, man. I'm talking about all three of the boys. At one point in time was in the NFL, and that says a lot about mom and dad. That's good genes, good genetics, good DNA. So, I mean, they deserve it though. Just to have two sons dominate a position at outside linebacker and be Defensive Player of the Year. One for sure is going to the Hall of Fame, and
First ballot.
first ballot, and we'll see what TJ do. TJ is on his way. He stay healthy. So I mean, what else can you say, man? Them boys on the Wheaties box, they deserve it.
Yeah, first duo since 1935, Ike, and the first brothers to appear on the box. And you look at all of the great athletes that there have been on the Wheaties box down through the years. And so this is a testament to both of them. JJ Watt, too, Ike, I know there were rumors he was going to be on the Steelers, and he went on several different shows saying he was going to sign with Pittsburgh, but he didn't want to prevent his brother TJ from getting the huge contract that he so well deserved. But in another world, we would have seen 3 Watts on one football team. That would have been a scary, scary sight for opposing teams.
Yeah, Coach T said it once before, man. You can't have enough Watts in the building. And if they would have had, JJ and TJ, it would have been scary for the league.
Yeah, no doubt, Ike. No doubt. So JJ Watt's going to join CBS this year as an analyst. I can't wait to see that, to see what he does on a broadcast level. I know he's gone on Pat McAfee's show, and there were some rumors he could join Pat McAfee as a host. We now know it's going to be the NFL Today on CBS Sports. So we'll see what he does in retirement, the 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, a shoo-in when he decides, hey, I'm going to go to Canton when it's been 5 years. And it's like there's long been that rumor where it's just like, man, how sweet would that be when you got 2 Watts coming off the edge racing to the quarterback? In another world, like in another universe, maybe we would have gotten that. But what I wanted to ask you was, this is a really cool accomplishment for TJ Watt as a Pittsburgh Steeler. I know you were on ESPN, the magazine cover with your teammates during that 2008 season in the Super Bowl run. But what were some cool opportunities for you in addition to that magazine cover that you had the opportunity to do as part of being a Super Bowl winning team?
Man, your off season just filled with money. All these appearances. When you win Super Bowls, you just get all these appearances. The red carpet just come out and it's money over money. You ain't even got to touch your money. You got autograph signings. You get to host events. It's just, man, I'm just living off these Super Bowl winning appearances, and that's what it was. The ESPN, that's probably the most decorated thing I liked about us, that 2008 defense. We was just something special. It was something different. It was all the way different, Mark. So to be on the front of a magazine, says a lot about how special that group was. Because just think about all the things in the world that they could have put on front of that magazine. So I guess we was doing something honestly special for them to consider that 2008 Pittsburgh Steelers defense, on the front of that ESPN magazine. So usually when you talk about a magazine, you talk about really an individual person, on the cover, somebody who's doing something spectacular. But hey, when ESPN had that photo shoot with us, man, we acted a fool. A fool acting like a good way. But, man, we was just like, man, I can't believe we're in the front of the ESPN magazine. But that's how hard our defense was going.
Did they originally just want to put like Troy or James Harrison on the cover? How did it come to be that the entire defense was on the cover?
Actually, a few of the boys snuck in. They weren't supposed to be on the photo shoot. I'm not going to say their name. But it was just supposed to be the starters.
Okay.
On defense, and a few of the subs, a few of the guys who subbed, they got in. They stuff. Can't be mad at them. They're like, hell, I'm a part of this too. So we wasn't mad at them. But yeah, it was a starting defense. It was a starting defense.
Yeah, no, statistically at the time how dominant your defense was, Ike, and I always remember that there's the graphic of Dick LeBeau on the sidelines where it's just like every defensive category. It's like first in the league, first in the league, first in the league, maybe 1 second in the league. In the statistical numbers were just out of this world good. And especially considering that was a time where rules were starting to change to favor a little bit more offense too. But there's always that great graphic where it's Dick LeBeau on the sidelines. And it's just like, what category doesn't this defense lead the league in? And the numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah, we walked on the field. I mean, we walked on the field at one point in time. It was like, they're not getting over 12 points, 14 max. Like that's that's how high our football IQ, and that's how much the energy, and that's how violent we played. Like, okay, do we just want to play smart the whole game and hit them a few times, or do we just want to play violent and just make them quit, take their will? That's the kind of mindset, the mentality we had on that defense. But it was some games like they might get 3 field goals because we didn't play with each other for like 3 or 4 years, so we just knew body language, Mark. So we just looked at each other and we already knew what we was gonna do. But our coaches had us so well prepared going into the games. We knew exactly what you wanted to do at the exact same time. So you wasn't fooling us. We used to call your plays out. So guys just go back to the sideline and be like, dang, you already know what we're gonna do. So that's how special that group was. It was just 14 points to max. But y'all might get 14. And that's how we talk to them. Y'all might get 14 today.
If you're lucky. And from afar, Ike, it was almost as if like some defenses will get mad, they give up a touchdown, they give up a field goal. It seemed like that defense got mad if the opposing offense got past the 50-yard line.
Oh, we were hot. I mean, it was so crazy. We used to yell at each other so much. Like a lot of our energy was yelling at each other. Because we knew better. We had so much high standard, and we wanted to hold ourselves so accountable. It was Mark. It was just, and we damn you damn sure wasn't gonna run on us. Run on us. That's what you wasn't gonna do. And then the secondary was like, well, shoot, if you ain't running on us, you ain't passing on us either. So it's just gonna be one of them days where we just feel sorry for y'all. So, man, but we used to yell at each other. But it was a love yell. It was the big bro, little bro yell at each other. So it was all love, man. But other teams used to just be like, "Damn, I can't believe they talking to each other like that." But we wish another team would have said something to us, then all 11 getting on your ass. It wasn't gonna be a good day. We were trying to pick at something for you to make us mad. It could have been anything. 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 Like, hey, bro, your shoe ain't tied. Well, why the f you talking to me? I know my shoe ain't tied. Just something to something to tick you off, Mark. Any little thing. That's how defense was.
Well, the opposing offenses already knew it was going to be a long day.